What is going on, you guys? It is your man, MorganMan. Thank you so much for tuning back in to the MorganMan Sports Podcast. You can find me here on SoundCloud.com, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. Guys, today is a very special episode of Falcons Friday where I am previewing our opponents, more specifically the AFC West. Also, I am talking about Todd Gurley passing his physical and what this means for the Atlanta Falcons moving forward to training camp later in July. So without any further delay, let's go to get straight into today's action. Alright guys, so to start off the show right here, we are talking about Todd Gurley. Yes, that's right, the former UGA running back and former Rams running back. I was almost fixed to say quarterback for some reason, but running back is the position that Todd Gurley is playing, not wants to play. But anyways, new Atlanta Falcons running back Todd Gurley, who agreed to a 1-year, $5.5 million deal more than 2 months ago, passed his physical this past Monday in Atlanta, a source tells ESPN's Adam Schefter. Although new players such as Gurley are prohibited from being at the team facility because of the coronavirus pandemic, the NFL said such players could have physicals completed at the office of the team physician. Gurley previously expressed no concern about passing the physical despite lingering questions about his surgically repaired left knee. Upon joining the Falcons, Gurley told reporters, "I didn't tear my ACL last year. This was 6 years ago, so just been able to maintain that and just keep working each year." Gurley pointed out to how he played in 15 of 16 games last season, while the Los Angeles Rams, although his touches decreased, the Rams never confirmed reports about Gurley having an arthritic condition in the knee, but they released Gurley on March 19th. They made Gurley the 2017 NFL Offensive Player of the Year, the highest paid running back in NFL history before the 2018 season, with a 4-year, $60 million extension that includes $45 million guaranteed. So guys, Todd Gurley passing the physical definitely is a good thing, really. I mean, because now that it just kills all rumors and speculation, like, oh wow, that arthritic knee, on and so forth. I mean, it still can flare up. Don't get me wrong about that. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a physician. I am not anything that pertains to the medical field, okay? I'm just giving you my honest opinions, and that is, this kills what I think all speculation and rumors of Todd Gurley being injured. And honestly, this dude's going to ball this year. With a deal that he really likes with the Falcons and wanting to prove himself worthy, staying healthy all year, Falcons guaranteed at least a wild card spot, if not a division title. With, probably, and, hope to the football gods and pray to them that the Falcons are the number 1 seeded team in the NFC, but I highly doubt that. So we're going to keep it realistic, and let's just aim for a division title if Gurley is healthy. So, what is Dirk Carter? If I'm Dirk Carter myself, what am I planning up for Todd Gurley now, since I know he is 100% healthy? Pass his physical. If I was Dirk Carter, I would definitely make a run scheme that is very comfortable for Todd Gurley, and meaning the swings, HB swing, pretty much. Going outside of the offensive line and defensive line would be ideal for Todd Gurley. Maybe occasionally I'd go inside zone with Todd Gurley, but that right there would just have to be 100% guaranteed, like the offensive line can withstand a blitz from the defense on a running play, pretty much. Or, with Todd Gurley in the clear now, maybe you could get him more involved in the passing game. Show a run play, but yet you pass, and Todd Gurley is already 20 yards downfield catching the ball. He's gonna he's going to have a better quarterback in the system, with Matt Ryan and, instead of Jared Goff, who I don't think really needed that contract extension, but he got it anyway. So I'm not the front office of the LA Rams, and we're not wasting money over here at the Falcons, even though the analytics say we are, but we're really not. We're getting smarter by the day that goes on. So guys, what do you think about Todd Gurley passing his physical? Do you think this kills all rumors and speculation, or do you still think that he is somewhat not 100%? Me personally, I think he is 100%, but let's not put too much hype with him just passing the physical. That's just, paperwork and, hey, can you lift this with your leg? And if you can, you pass, So from what I'm told, again, I am not nothing in the medical field. So now moving on, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about the AFC West. This is the AFC division that we will be facing this year. And, of course, a few other teams. But I want to talk specifically the AFC West. So we will not meet our very first AFC West team until November 8th at 1 p.m. in the Benz, and which was originally scheduled to be a London game, and that's against the Denver Broncos. So the Broncos will now face the Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta November 8th at 1 p.m. So what do I think about the Broncos right now? So they got Drew Lock. Definitely a hit or miss guy right now. He was definitely a miss in the preseason, but somehow turned things around and became a hit in the regular season whenever the Broncos benched Joe Flacco. Okay. I know that's weird for me saying Joe Flacco on the Denver Broncos, but it does happen if you are living under a rock. But yes, Drew Lock, definitely a very great player in my opinion. They had a very strong draft class this season, and honestly, I expect the Denver Broncos to at least be a wild card team at probably that 6th seed, because now there's going to be 7 teams this year. So do keep that in mind, and I think it's going to be like 3 wild card teams now instead of 2. So that is, going to be a huge factor. But definitely AFC is going to see the Broncos back in the playoffs really since, Tim Tebow days, Peyton Manning, all that. So I'm looking forward to the Broncos being in the playoffs, representing the AFC very well. But as far as they go, I don't think this is going to be a complete team with the Falcons. Meaning, if the Falcons are doing very well for themselves, like they did against the Jacksonville Jaguars, where they had an atrocious defense and offense against the Jaguars. Now, granted, the Jaguars were not really that great this past season. They had a tremendous losing record, just like we did, but we were more improving while they were decreasing in productivity. So, if the Broncos really can get 5 wins going in, all right, so let's see here. Preseason, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so if the Broncos can at least have 6 wins under their belt going to the Falcons, I'm going to consider them an underdog pretty much. But really past that, I don't really see them having 6 wins. They'll pick up, of course, after the Falcons. But still, I don't think things are going to be well established with the organization, with Drew Lock being the quarterback. At the moment, he's still learning. But, hey, things can happen and miracles can happen too. So I'm taking the Falcons over the Broncos with a touchdown lead, or touchdown victory, pretty much. It's going to be a very close competitive battle. Drew Lock is going to have a very great game here. He's going to definitely have a highlight reel from that November week, or first weekend in November, pretty much. So now moving on over to the Las Vegas Raiders. And we face them on November 29th at 1 p.m. in the Benz right here, ladies and gentlemen. So this is our second home game from the AFC West right here. And the Raiders, guys, now they got Marcus Mariota, from which used to be a former Tennessee Titans quarterback, and he lost that job, of course, to Ryan Tannehill, who is now their franchise quarterback for at least 4 to 5 years. So what do I think about the Raiders? Do I really need to explain this one? No, I'm just kidding. John Gruden, he's a man of many tales. 1 minute he is winning games like it's nobody's business, and then the next minute he is losing games like it's nobody's business. So you never know about John Gruden in this one right here. But going up against the Falcons, depending, again, defense and offense, I think the defense is really going to have a game right here against the Raiders. I feel like it's going to be Sack City. It's going to be like Saxonville, except it's going to be Sack City in Atlanta for the Falcons going up against the Raiders. Marcus Mariota, I mean, he's just why? But I think if Derek Carr is in the game for the Raiders offense, they honestly are going to put up points. But if it is Marcus Mariota, you might as well just give this an easy dub to the Atlanta Falcons with a very dominant performance on defense. So now we are headed out to LA to play in the new SoFi Stadium against the LA Chargers. And of course, us being on the West Coast, you have to go at 4:25 p.m. on Fox 5 Atlanta if you are living in Atlanta. I don't know about the station in LA, but yes. So the Falcons get home field advantage in this one. Oh my goodness, I am just full of jokes today, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, the Falcons get home field advantage at the LA Chargers home game. Justin Herbert, he's just mainly the star for this one right here. He's going to be the main one who really people are going to be paying attention to. Now, of course, this was talk at my everyday job right here. But one of the people that I talked to, he said that he could see Aaron Rodgers headed out to the Chargers. No. Who can imagine Aaron Rodgers in a LA Chargers uniform? I can't. So we're just gonna go ahead and kill that one right there. That was just a bad nightmare, right there. Like, and who just thinks that Aaron Rodgers is going to the Chargers? No, Aaron Rodgers is going to the Patriots. I'm sorry, but with Jordan Love now in Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers is done with, and he's gonna go to New England. I'm just 100% just calling the shots right now. So home field advantage for the Falcons, gets an easy dub over the Chargers. I say by at least 2 touchdowns. So now the second to last game of the regular season for the Atlanta Falcons, since we are undefeated. No, I'm just kidding. No, I really wish we would be undefeated this season, but who knows? But at least hopefully a winning record. Right now, at least at 10-5 at the most. Is that too much to ask for? But anyways, to be probably our 5th loss of the season would be going to the Chiefs. I think so. Because Patrick Mahomes is just right now unstoppable. Yes, they are in calorie sap hell with $7 to spend, which I know they got more money now because of the June 1st, salary cap, issues and stuff like that. But anyways, yes, the Chiefs with Tyreek Hill, I almost forgot his name. Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback tight end formation is going to be so crazy this year. But even though despite a huge L, well, not a huge L, I'd say by at least 2 touchdowns, maybe 1, I believe this is where Matt Ryan, I think, is probably going to be sitting out in, maybe, and having Matt Schaub or Kurt Bennerk come in to play Mahomes' boy. So who knows? It depends on where the Falcons sit at again in the standings. But if we are sitting really good with division under our belt already, I really see Matt Ryan sitting out this game or playing the game. If he plays the game, chances are we're going to win that one by at least a field goal with Younghoe Koo. So overall, the AFC West, we will go 3-1, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, and still with the Chiefs right here, even with Matt Ryan in there, I still think we might even lose as well. So I know I kind of sound like wishy-washy a little bit whenever I say, okay, we're going to win by at least a field goal with Matt Ryan, and now I'm saying, we're not going to win with Matt Ryan in there. It's going to go either way. But honestly, if it come down to the wire, I still think Patrick Mahomes is going to get the better end of this deal and win the game for the Chiefs against the Falcons. So, again, overall, AFC West division, we pretty much win the division right there, 3-1. So, yeah, we're winning against some really good AFC teams now, especially the Broncos. Good work on the Chiefs, and of course, we got home field advantage from the Chargers and the Raiders. So guys, that is all the time I have for today's episode of Falcons Friday. Stay tuned because next Friday's episode, we are talking about the NFC East, featuring, of course, the Vikings, Packers, Lions, and Bears. So it's going to be a fun one. I cannot wait till next Friday, guys. It's going to be electrifying, like The Rock says. So, again, that is all the time I have for today's episode of Falcons Friday, but I sure hope you did enjoy today's episode. And if you did, make sure the like button here on SoundCloud.com, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcast from. And, of course, make sure to check me out on YouTube. I pretty much upload the entire podcast to YouTube as well. Some days I will split it in half. Depending on the topics. So if you want to go to YouTube as well, that's fine. Or just support me on the streaming platforms. That's fine too. But anyways, tell your friends, families, girlfriends, boyfriends, uncles, cousins, wherever. Because if they enjoy Falcons content, this is the place you need to be. Till then, Morgan, we'll catch you all later.